ever wonder why some people sound like pros while others just struggle? The secret isn't talent, but it's technique. And today I'm going to share 5 simple but powerful techniques that can help you start singing better tonight. Hey guys, I'm Renee with Renee's Voice Academy, and I help singers like you to unlock their full vocal potential. If you have a voice, you can sing, period. It's just about learning the right techniques. And to help you even more, I've got a free video for you that walks you through a strategy to improve your voice tonight. You can grab it at reneesvoiceacademy.com/sing. But first, let's jump into today's techniques. Technique number 1. Tall posture. Unlike other instruments, our instrument is part of our body. Our voice is literally inside our body. And so how we stand or how we are moving our body is going to impact our sound. So it's important that you stand tall. I want you to think about placing your feet underneath of your hips. So you're going to have your feet hip width apart. I also want you to stand in a way so that your vertebrae of your spine is stacked on top of each other. So you're standing nice and tall. Think about if there's a string going from your toes all the way through the top of your head. And if somebody came and pulled on that string and how it would allow you to just stand up nice and tall. You want to think about having your shoulders relaxed, but slightly back with your chest slightly lifted. I tell my students to think about when you are standing, make sure that you're lifting your chest slightly as though you're pointing it towards the sun. So I'll let you see what this looks like from the side. So my back is aligned and I'm going to keep my hands at my sides. Shoulders are relaxed, but back and chest is lifted, and I'm standing up nice and tall. This posture is going to give you the best foundation for the best singing voice. Technique number 2. Diaphragmatic breathing. You see, the air is going to be the power source for our sound. We can't sing without air. As the air moves through our larynx, that's what creates our voice. So it's very important that we are breathing in the most effective way possible to get the best sound. So very simply put, a diaphragmatic breath is when you are using this diaphragm here. So it's a U-shaped muscle that sits underneath of your lungs. So a lot of beginning singers they tend to breathe through their chest and their shoulders, and everything kind of lifts up like this. And in fact, we kind of suck in the stomach, but instead, I want you to think about pushing out or filling up the stomach. Obviously, we're filling up our lungs with air, but you're going to feel that expansion where your stomach is. So go ahead and place your hands right here. A couple inches above your belly button is usually ideal. And when you breathe in, notice how my fingers are going to be pushed apart from one another as I breathe and expand through my abdomen. And my shoulders and chest are going to stay still. I'll show you from that side as well. So with my hand here on my abdomen, you can see how my stomach is going to come out. I'm not doing this sucking in and lifting of my chest like this. Instead, my chest and shoulders are staying still. And I'm expanding through my abdomen. Now, it's really helpful if you can do this in front of a mirror so you can see if your chest and shoulders are moving or if you're able to expand more through that midsection. If your chest and shoulders are moving, you are doing this incorrectly, and I encourage you to keep working on getting those muscles to move in the way that you want to. Technique number 3 is relaxation. So many times we think about that we have to push out the sound, that we have to, in order to sing loud, there has to be lots of effort and veins popping out. And this is simply not true. Let's go back to breathing for a second. So in your abdomen, you have these much larger muscles that can support your sound much better than these smaller muscles that you have here around your larynx. I had a voice teacher once tell me that the muscles in the neck are meant to move and support your head. They're not meant to support your voice. So one thing that my that particular teacher told me to do is as you're singing, move your head back and forth. And if that is difficult for you to do, then you're probably having some strain in these muscles around your larynx rather than that relaxation. So, one simple thing that you can do as you're getting ready to sing, take a couple minutes to massage around your voice. So, I like to start by massaging my jaw. We want to make sure that there's no tension in our jaw or our tongue. And massage your neck, get into the back of your neck, into the sides. I feel tension in the back of my shoulder sometimes, so I like to massage the back of my shoulders, and you can roll your shoulders around. It's important that we're getting our body and preparing our instrument to make the best sound possible. If you find that you have strain and that your neck muscles are feeling tight and you can hear the strain in your sound, I encourage you to take a step back and focus on your breathing. As you focus on your breathing and really support your sound from that diaphragmatic breath, that is going to help take away from the strain that you have up here around your larynx. Technique number 4, a proper warm up. This is so crucial. So again, our body is our instrument. And so just like we would be warming up for lifting weights or doing CrossFit or whatever it might be that you do, you want to warm up for those things. And so we're going to do the same for when we are singing. Now, I would encourage you to have a warm up that maybe takes 5 minutes, 10 minutes, things that are going to be easy for the voice. They shouldn't be holding out long, impressive notes, but rather allowing the voice to move up and down in your range very easily. So one of my favorite ways to warm up is simply on a lip trill. So a lip trill is when everything is nice and relaxed, and it's kind of like you're creating the sound of a motorboat. We want to keep that vibration nice and consistent as you are singing through this. You can do lip trills without being on a certain pitch, like this. Just allowing the voice to go up and down throughout your range. Now, once you have warmed up with that lip trill, just going through your range, you can sing it on a pitch, such as this. And we'll work our way up. This is a great way to warm up the voice because it's very easy on the voice. We want to kind of ease into our singing. If that lip trill is a little challenging for you to do at first, singing and warming up on a Z can also be effective, such as this. You want to have a warm-up that is effective for you. That's going to take maybe just a few minutes to get your voice ready to go. Finally, technique number 5. I want you to make sure you are developing and warming up your chest voice, otherwise known as your lower voice, as well as your head voice, which is your higher range. So Our voice is made up of muscles, and on either side of our larynx, we have different sets of muscles. One set of muscles is going to control our chest voice, and the other set of muscles controls our head voice. And so it's very important that we are working both sides of our larynx so that our voice isn't unbalanced. We want to be able to have a strong lower range as well as a strong higher range. So let's first start by getting into your chest voice. Your chest voice is going to be the same as your speaking voice. So let's start with this. Start by saying today, as if you're trying to get my attention from the other side of the room. Now say, today is Friday. It's not actually Friday, but don't we all want it to be Friday? Today is Friday. So we're not yelling it necessarily, not with any pressure, but just a nice, strong speaking loudly as though you're trying to call to someone on the other side of the room. Now, stay in that place in order to sing in your chest voice. And we're going to sing like this. Today is Friday. You'll notice it sounds kind of robotic. I want it to sound just as though I'm speaking. Today is Friday. Today is Friday. And that's how I know I'm still using my chest voice. And we can work up the range in that place. Today is Friday. Today is Friday. Today is Friday. Today is Friday. If you start to sound like this, today is Friday, and you try to bring in kind of this pretty sound, which really is more of a breathy sound, that is not being connected to that chest voice, and we're not using the muscles that make up our chest voice to warm up that part of our range. So instead, stay where you speak, and if you're having a hard time finding that, just start with speaking. Today is Friday. Now, we also talked about warming up and developing our upper range, in other words, our head voice. So here, this is going to be much more lighter in texture, at least to start, and it's going to feel more like how you might sigh. We're getting into that higher range there, so put that nice H at the beginning of your sigh. Really allow the air to come across the roof of your mouth. And now we can sing that on a pitch as well. Keep it nice and light. Really opening up the back of your mouth. Great job. If you found these 5 techniques helpful, you'll love my free video where I walk you through a strategy that can help you to sing better tonight. So click the link in the description to grab it. And also let me know in the comments which of these techniques you are going to try first. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss more singing tips.